Standard leveling is the most popular way to play TFT, where you play around 4 cost units. This is great for comps that enjoy going to level 8 or 9 really quickly, also known as Fast 8 or Fast 9. In your early game, there are 3 scenarios that happen: win streaking, lose streaking, and a normal or mixed streak. Best case scenario is going to be win streaking, as this gives the most health and most gold to your team. When you are trying to go for a win streak, get to level 4 on stage 2-1, level 5 on 2-5, level 6 on 3-1, level 7 on 3-5 if you can hold 30 or more gold, level 8 on 4-2, and level 9 on 5-2. While these benchmarks can be followed in most games, sometimes you have a lot more gold or a lot fewer gold based on the gold drops in the early game and based on the portal. For example, if you're on the gold subscription encounter, you're going to be able to level a little bit quicker than what this benchmark is. If you are doing a win streak though, pushing levels very aggressively not only gives you access to higher tier units, but also helps you continue your win streak because you'll be able to field more units on your board. In some cases, you do want to roll during stage 3, especially if you have a lot of pairs. Popular times to do this are at level 6 on 3-1 and level 7 at 3-5. If you're rushing level 8 and hit it on stage 4-2, you're going to be rolling the majority of your gold there. However, if you are pushing for the fast 9, sometimes you don't roll or just roll a tiny bit just to complete some upgrades in order to take you there. Ideally, during this level 8 roll down though, you want to hit a few 4 cost 1 stars and maybe a 5 cost. If you get lucky, you can hit a 2-star 4 cost, and then easily go level 9 on stage 5-2. If you do end up rolling a lot on level 8, sometimes your level 9 does get delayed until stage 5-5, but that's not that big of a deal. During your win streak, you want to leverage health from this spot in order to try to hit level 9 before other players, and in some cases you can even hit level 9 as early as stage 4-5 on a win streak. Obviously, win streaking is going to be the best outcome, which means when you do get one, you have to make the most of it. Now onto lose streaking. Lose streaking is a very consistent option because you can force it every single game if you either don't play any units or play an extremely weak board. Obviously, there are nuances to it. You do want to lose by as few units as possible, so what you need to do is scout early and scout often in order to take minimal losses. A popular way to play lose streak is reaching level 4 at stage 2-3, level 5 at 2-7, level 6 at 3-2, level 7 at 3-5 with 40 or more gold, level 8 at 4-1, and level 9 at 5-5. The timings of this are a little bit different than win streaking because you have to play around with your health pool a little bit more conservatively. That's why you level up to level 8 on 4-1 and do a big roll down, which usually means you roll before the win streakers do, and it allows you to save crucial health during the rounds in stage 4, which are most often the most pivotal fights during the game. As with win streaking, if you have a super good econ augment or are on an econ portal, you could do a risky strategy where you go straight to level 9 on stage 4-5, but keep in mind this is only recommended when Fast 9 is in the meta. If you want to know when that happens, head on over to bunnymuffins.lol/meta, where we update a tier list every single Friday. For normal or mixed streaks such as win-lose, these are often the most difficult games to play because you have much less gold than win streaking and lose streaking. This is going to be the worst outcome, but sometimes the game just works out this way. Depending on how your game's going, the leveling patterns are going to be a little bit different than win streaking and lose streaking because you have to decide whether you want to go to level 4 at stage 2-1 or 2-3, level 5 at 2-5 or 3-1, level 6 at 3-2, level 7 at 3-5 or 4-1, level 8 at 4-2, or level 9 at 5-5 or 6-1. You have much less gold if you ever get a mixed streak, but the most important decision is going to be leveling to level 4 or 5 during stage 2. You need to be extremely efficient with your money during this stage because you do not have the extra income from streaking. You often have to play cheaper team compositions to try to alleviate the gold deficit that you have compared to the streakers. Some comps that fit this bill are going to be vertical comps, such as going all in on Star Guardians or Soul Fighters. The reason why these comps are a bit more affordable is because you run a lot of 1 and 2 cost units, compared to a Fast 9 comp which mainly just runs 4 and 5 costs. These vertical boards also tend to do well during stage 4, and should hopefully put you in a position to play for top 4 during that time. It is a bit difficult to win out when you have a mixed start, so you have to pay extra attention to do everything in your power to top 4. You have no advantages whatsoever against the win streakers, but against lose streakers you do have a small health advantage. This means it's super important to stay strong during stage 4 so that the lose streak players take at least 1 or 2 hits from you during that time. This way you can knock some players out before they're able to capitalize on their gold advantage, and then you make the best of a bad situation. One cost reroll is one of the easiest ways to play the game. Essentially, all you have to do in the early game is do not press the level button until you 3-star your 1 cost unit. During the entirety of stage 2, all you're looking to do is picking up 1 cost units that you're looking for. For example, if you're going for Kale reroll, pick up all the Kales in your shop, and then once you get to stage 3-1, you are going to roll. Ideally, at this point in the game, you should have 50 to 60 gold, but depending on how many units you hit and what your econ looks like, rolling to around 32 gold at this point is going to be the most popular option. After you roll down to 32 gold, you have to decide whether you want to econ back up and slow roll, or dig deeper to try to 3-star your desired unit right away. Normally, if I have 7 or 8 copies of the unit, I try to dig a little further, because stage 3-1 is the last time you are going to be level 4. After that, you hit level 5 and have worse odds of hitting units for the rest of the game. During stage 3 though, another key decision point is on stage 3-5. If you are close to 3-starring your desired unit, it is sometimes advisable to aggressively roll past 50 gold at this point in the game, because oftentimes hitting that 3-star and winning 2 rounds in a row does give you an extra life, and also griefs the players who went level 7 a bit early. Keep in mind, 1 cost rerolls do not cap as high as 4 and 5 cost boards, so winning these 2 rounds along with the early parts of stage 4 are crucial for your entire game plan. After you hit your desired 3-star 1 cost unit, most comps like to just level up and put in units that share a trait with it. All your gold after you hit is mainly dedicated to leveling up. 2 cost reroll has 2 ways to play. The first is going to be loose streaking. When you're on a loose streak, you want to get level 4 at 2-3, level 5 at 2-7, level 6 at 3-2, and then stabilize on stage 3-2 at level 6, and then afterwards slow roll at level 6 until you hit your desired units. After that, level 7 could happen as early as stage 4, and then you go to level 8 sometime during stage 5 and level 9 sometime during stage 6. If you're not able to lose streak and you have a mixed start or a win streak, normally, sometimes you can play a little bit more aggressively, hitting level 4 on 2-1, level 5 on 2-5, level 6 on 3-2, and then going for level 7 after you 3-star your desired unit. You typically try not to lose streak if you are able to have a good early game, which normally entails having a copy of the unit you are rerolling, plus a slammable item for them. For 3 cost reroll, it plays very similarly to 2 cost reroll, where you could have a lose streak start where you reach level 4 at 2-3, level 5 at 2-7, level 6 at 3-2, but then you hit level 7 at 3-5 with hopefully around 40 or more gold. There you would stabilize and roll for a 2-star 3 cost, and then econ back up and slow roll, and then hitting level 8 after you get your 3-star. Loose streaking generally is preferable because it does give you the most amount of gold, but if you think you can win a bit earlier, you could be a little bit more aggressive with level 4 on 2-1, level 5 on 2-5, level 6 on 3-2, level 7 on 3-5 or 4-1, and then level 8 and 9 after you hit your 3-star. Only do this if you are strong or have a copy of the unit you are rerolling, and a slammable item and maybe even a good augment to pair with it. Generally, you're hitting level 7 at 3-5 if you have an econ augment. If not, you might have to wait until stage 4-1. After that, roll down, stabilize with a 2-star carry, and then econ back up and slow roll. This works best if you have something like an artifact item and the copy of the unit you're rerolling in the early game, or having some other condition that really encourages you to just force a reroll comp. Now let's cover some general tips about econing and leveling. In TFT, there are 3 ways to spend gold. You could either save your gold, roll your gold, or spend it on XP. You want to save your gold if you need to roll at a specific level and you have not reached that level yet, or if you are healthy and high health compared to everyone else, or lastly, if you have a strong board, which could include key units, big synergies, and more unit upgrades compared to other players. Next, you want to consider rolling if you want to preserve your health, because this gives the most immediate power to your board, or you can decide to roll if you have a lot of pairs on your bench. A pair being 2 copies of a unit. Lastly, if you need units at a very specific cost level, and you are at the optimal level to roll for them, that's going to be another time where you want to roll. The optimal times to roll for specific units are, for 1 cost, it's going to be level 4 and below, for 2 costs, level 6, for 3 costs, level 7, 4 costs, level 8, and 5 costs at level 9. Lastly, you could spend your gold on leveling up, and this option is great if you need to add an extra unit to activate a key trait, if you need to level up to roll for a specific unit at a specific cost, or if you have just too much gold and you might as well buy XP and don't lose any interest from it. Lastly, some useful econ thresholds in order to maximize your interest is going to be 14 gold. Reaching 14 gold at any point in the game is super important because it allows you to get to 50 gold in around 6 rounds, assuming you don't get gold from streaks or from an augment. The reason why is because you get 5 gold every single turn, so if you don't get any additional gold, you're going to be at 20 gold the next round, 27 in the round after that, then 34, then 42, then 51. Other gold thresholds to keep in mind are going to be 14 gold, 23 gold, 32, and 41 because these are all gold amounts that allows you to reach the next interest threshold. That's going to be it for me today though. If you're looking for a reference in the future, head on over to bunnymuffins.lol/tft-leveling-guide.